Hi, welcome to Ammosmith.com. Today I'm going to cover pan lubing. And pan lubing is a technique used if you don't have a lubricizer. And there are occasions when either the newcomer to bullet casting doesn't have the money or have his lubricizer with him yet, or for experienced casters, it's a good way of lubricating a bullet that you don't need to size. Now you're going to need a few things. You're going to need your bullets as cast. You're going to need some lubricant. In this case we're using store-bought lubricant, and it's standard 50/50 beeswax Alex lubricant. You're going to need a pan like this guy here. And you're going to need a heat gun or a hairdryer, or you can just use your stovetop. Preferably don't use anything with a flame. And you're going to need a cartridge case that's close to the diameter of the bullet that you're going to be lubing. If you're lubing, say, a 9mm bullet, and you have a fired 357 case, go ahead and cut the head off the case about a third way down. That way you don't get the web of the case in there to narrow it down. And in this case I have a 35 Remington here that I would use, but today I'm going to be doing the Lee 365 inch Makarov bullet, which weighs about 95 grains, and in that case I'm using a 375 Holland & Holland Magnum case that I had removed the base from. So let's get started. Okay, you see with the lubricant here, there's already holes there where I had loosened bullets earlier. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my heat gun and start to liquefy the lubricant. It's really easy. Just be careful not to get it too hot to where it gets to its flash point. This doesn't take long at all, so we're going to do this in real time. A hairdryer will take a little bit longer. Now you want this thing about 80% fully liquefied, unless you're going to do a bunch of bullets. And then in that case, liquefy the whole thing. It takes a little while for the heat gun to get the temperature, but once it does, it really makes short work of this. The reason why you want it to be fairly well molten is you don't want to have a soft pad on the bottom of semi-liquid or solid lubricant to where when you put the base of the bullet down, it's not sitting squarely on the bottom of the pan. You want the bullet to be as flush to the bottom of the pan as you can possibly make it. Keep the lid handy, because if this does get to the flash point, don't panic, just throw the lid over it like you would if you're cooking bacon. Make sure you put the heat gun in a safe spot. Now I got some bullets here that I've already pan lubed, but we're going to do it again. And there's other occasions when you want to do this. This stuff starts to solidify pretty quick. It's winter time now. Now you want to make sure that the bullets go below the grease groove line. They don't have to be perfectly aligned. I'm just doing this to demonstrate to you how the technique is done. And just push down on it slightly with your finger. Just make sure they're nice and flat and flush against the bottom of the pan. Now if you have taller bullets, like rifle bullets, just add more lube to the pan, or have another pan that you're going to use as deeper that maybe not have as much volume in it, such as this guy here. He's a lot thicker, but he's smaller, so you don't have to use nearly as much lubricant. And this is good for rifle bullets, whether they're 22 caliber, which this is good for 22 caliber, or 45 caliber or 50 caliber. Now as this cools, it's wintertime out where I'm at now, and being on the wood bench, wood is kind of an insulator. What you can do to help speed up the process of this solidifying is just stick it on the concrete floor and let it settle in. Okay, we have the bullets right here. We have a box to put them in, and one other thing you might need is, depending on the size of the bullet that you have, it's either a pencil or in this case a wooden dowel. And you take your 375 case. In this case, for this particular bullet, the 36 caliber, the 375 case works wonders. You just go over the top of the bullet. Try not to gouge the bullet. Just push down to the bottom and give it like a quarter turn. And it picks it right up. You notice the base is nice and silver. And just go over the next one. And the next one. You just keep going like this until you have all of them pan lubed. I think I didn't get picked up. As you go, it'll come out the top. The first one you did will come out the top. As you can see, I'll do a close-up of this. The pan lube did a great job. There's almost none on the bottom. There's just a little bit on the bearing surface and on the nose. But if you wipe it off with your shop rag, it takes care of the problem. I'm going to show you why you need the dowel here, or pencil, in a second. When you get down to your last bullet, these things tend to be a little bit sticky. So when you're done, just take this guy, push out just like that, and all your bullets are lubed and finished. Now the other thing this is really good for is you muzzleloader shooters out there, like your 50 caliber guys. Just get an old 50 BMG case, cut the base of it off. You can lube your bullets up, roll them around in some mica, and that'll give it a tough outer coating. Or you can even go to the corner store and get some cigarette paper and wrap the bullet in that, and that'll keep the lubricant in place. Then you can make your paper cartridges with it as well if you like. But this is a neat little technique, and it's been around for extremely long time. They've been doing this since the advent of the lubricated conical bullet. Let's get a close-up of that.